I'm going to be showing Walter, the German Shepherd here, and Dusty some exercises on how to get your dog back in tune with you and play with Ecollar. I'm using both dogs because I realize that Walter is so big, he kind of makes it look easy, but with a smaller dog, you got to work a little harder. So the whole goal is to get your dog to move with you without having to pull them around. And Ecollar allows you to do that. Now, if your dog is pulling, I will show exactly what that looks like. Walter's more just distracted, so I'm playing with lowest level possible on Ecollar to get his attention. And I have the Ecollar box on the same side that I am on, so when they respond, they will usually turn towards the box, which is towards me, okay? So what I want is for you guys to practice your body language at home. That's what this is all about. So I'm slowing this down and I want you to watch Walter. So I'm specifically looking for a moment where he acknowledges he feels Ecollar. I started at a 5. He ignored it. I'm rocking back slowly, trying not to pull on the leash because I want him to have a clean reaction to Ecollar, lowest level possible. I go from, I think, a 5 to a 7 or 8. So you can see me kind of look at it again and scroll up a couple levels because he didn't respond. That's what I'm looking for. Going up about 3 levels at a time. Boom! I say good, and then I continue my movement. So the dog is kind of making the decision on his own. And that really lets me know where I'm at level-wise, what the dog's responding to. And then I know what range to work him in and kind of chip away at any anxiety or lack of focus that the dog is feeling. So just to kind of see that little bit faster again. So I rock back, tap, doesn't work, scroll up a few levels, tap again, looks good, and I continue to move. The reason that's important is because I need the dog to start to focus on me turning. That was a tap. On me turning. And so I don't want to turn too fast. So it's like a hesitation. And see how I continue to look at him? So I've got that foot that's next to him out. I start to pivot and I look down. If he's following me, I keep going, no problem. If he's looking out and not noticing that I turned, then I'm going to tap, and then I'm only going to move when he responds to the Ecollar tap. Yes, I might use a verbal let's go to help the dog out, but I want to eventually get rid of that too, and him just notice when I'm moving. Now, if you feel like you have still got leash pressure on the leash when you turn, you need to hesitate more, turn and look at your dog, and make sure you're not pulling your dog. But maybe that's just not working. Okay, so the last few turns I've done, it's been a different style. So let's take a look at that. So you're going to see me start to rock back, then turn and move. So I'm rocking back on that foot, and I'm tapping the Ecollar if he doesn't move with me. That was a tap. So let me redo that one. So I rock back, try not to pull the leash, tap the button when he seemed to not notice that I rocked backwards. And the key is to not pull the dog. I'm even holding my hand out in front of me sometimes when he hesitates, so my tap can have him move with me. Now, what if you do end up pulling him? Well, are you going slow enough? Are you paying attention? Are you giving him a chance to look at you and turn? If you are, then you need to scroll up a few levels on Ecollar.
Make sure it's
all right, so now I'm playing around with levels again on a really loose leash because I'm in a safe area. I don't have to have a short but not tight leash. I can play around on a loose leash with this dog. He can't drag me down. He's not going to react, most likely, unless we see a cat. So anyway, I'm playing with levels again to see what he responds to. So see my hesitation, giving him plenty of time to turn with me. And watch right here. He looks at the fence. He was thinking about pottying on the fence. So I wait till he turns with me. Again, right there. So see how I let my body go way out? It's because I'm trying not to pull him. It's because I'm trying to, it's the same thing right there. I'm trying to see if he'll respond to Ecollar because that's my goal, is to wean off of this leash. Otherwise, I'm just pulling him around. And the distraction is a very intense dog pulling and hacking, trying to get to us. I can't loosen up on my leash here to give him more room to, decide to follow me because of this dog. It's dangerous, so I have to keep closer on him, but I really don't want to pull him. I really want him to choose to turn with me with just that tap. So that's why you see me bend right there. I really want him to turn with me as if he's not even on leash. Now, when you first start this, your dog's probably going to be pulling. So let's talk about what that looks like. It's really the same thing, except you're bracing with leash pressure. So you are just holding tension on the leash, not letting your dog take another step forward, and playing with e-collar. Just freeze. So there's tension. The dog is pulling. Tap, nothing. Scroll up a little. There's tension. That's your guidance. Tap, tap. Good. As soon as you see the dog acknowledge they feel it, that's what working lowest level possible is. And you do that over and over again. Let's say for a sensitive dog or a really fearful dog, 9 to 10 times you're considerate with playing with lowest level possible. I got all the way up to a 14 on that one. So I need to scroll back down for the next turn. I'm gonna go to a 4 because that's low for him. Good. Ooh, cat. Good. I've got 35. So we'll see, we'll work that again, even though the cat's gone. I'm gonna go down to a 25. See if he turns with me. Good. He's really excited. So he spun the opposite way, as you can see. No tap is gonna be needed over on that side. See, I'm gonna stick with my 25. Good, no tap needed. So it shouldn't be a cat necessarily, but it could be nothing going on. If you're super considerate for 9 to 10 lowest level possible, playing around with getting rid of leash pressure, then you need to go from your 5, 6, 7 to a 12, 15. It's not a huge correction, but it's something to pull them into focus, okay? It's a low level correction, basically. So I'll do a few more. So if I'm in a busy area and I have a tighter hold on the leash, then my body language is gonna bend a little bit, trying to wean off of pulling my dog. So I bend. Good, there we go. And I don't want that tight leash. A little bit of tension on that one. I tap. Good. 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 No taps on those. That's my goal. To be able to turn and not need to pull my dog and not need to tap. But you guys got to understand, you have to give your dog time to turn with you. And you have to stay connected to your dog. So the biggest don'ts, like what not to do, is, from what I see, is this, like not looking at your dog and you just turn, okay? Even if you do look at your dog, the other big don't that I see a lot is pulling them around like that. So it's a no, right? Or even just pulling up a little bit, right? You're not giving them, good boy, you're not giving them a chance to make a decision. You're not working with them, right? So take your time, step, pause, not focused on me, tap, good. When I tapped, I did shift my weight. If it's a safe area, a little bit more slack on the leash so I can play more. I don't have to bend. I don't have to bend over. Okay, so trick. Here's the trick. Is the rock back. Good, and then the turn. All right. Rock back. So instead of a turn and check, okay, you rock back. Good, then turn and move. The only thing I would caution you on is sometimes I will build speed accidentally with the rock back. I'll accidentally start to walk faster and faster. So try not to do that. Just rock back, turn, nice and easy, walk, okay?